Test out the likes of Sullivan and Lomax, and also Ravalawa.
Some tired Dragons defenders.
Yo, to the middle, trying to test them out. An offload! Arthur beats it like for Moses Leota. In Origin 1, you said they were tied the Dragon chain, and then Yo, testing them there, gets the arm free and gives it to Moses.
Yeah, I just watched a couple of plays earlier. They were really slow. Ambai was slowed back. Molo was slowed back. And then Isaiah Yo just realised that, just went straight. A bit of footwork, skipped to the outside. Molo couldn't get there and get a tackle above the football, had to tackle low, and it's just an invitation.
A charging attempt at tackle. Meany wraps him up. He's had a great game in his 100th, but they should strip them here on the left, and they do. Ronaldo's going to go over and score a late consolation.
Khalid Raja, Lebanon international. Played with Mitch Moses in the World Cup. Here's Parham doing some dancing again. He gets across the line and he got it down eventually.
Raja up there, just trying to keep the ball alive. Good little bit of footwork. He beat him all hands up, Paulo there. Quick fullbacks through the line. Coming back against the grain. Watch the footwork here on Paulo. The stop-start. You mentioned a little bit earlier, this guy, pretty hard bloke to tackle. Gutho can't come away with it. Eventually gets the ball down. Momentum takes him over, and the Dogs finally.
Nat Butcher, the Roosters try scorer this season, or earlier today. Now Tupanua to Manu, who dummies and goes himself. Joey Manu fends away from Dominic Young.
Kalen Ponga, marker's not working. Daniel Jacobs Saifidi a bit slow to react there, and that opened up the space for Joey Manu with an inside pass from Tupanua. Throws the dummy, fools Kalen Ponga. One-on-one, the one-on-one battle there. And Joey Manu with enough speed, despite the attention there from Dominic Young coming from the other side. Great play from Tupanua to drag in Tyson Gamble, to realise that the markers were a bit slow to react, and that opened up the space in behind to play the ball. Joey Manu does the rest.
Played in a grand final for Canterbury years ago. Dale Finucane. Across the line now, Hines, Kennedy with a pass, and it's a 20th try.
Izuzu MUX replay. The ball will come wide, he'll get across field. Players dropping under, Talakai runs the decoy, and then nice play on the end of it by Kennedy.
Options both sides here for Blake Brayley. He goes to Hines on the right, short punt straight through. Nikora in his 100th NRL game is another try scorer from the forwards.
Yeah, great try from Britton Nikora there. Really good line runs he outlined there. But I want to give Blake Brayley a rap. He's had 2 tries yesterday. And if you have a go at that pass from dummy half, look at it. Bang, zings it straight out in front of Nico Hines, gets him straight on the defender he wants to, and gives a beautiful outball to Britton Nikora, who runs as good a line as anyone in the competition. He's been fantastic today, Blake Brayley.
Smith is working Manu's way. Kiri doesn't get it to Manu again. Now he does. Manu slides the line. Yes! Welcome back to Roosters hibernate. But it's probably the first time the Roosters have shifted to this right-hand side. It was Kiri, just gets his nose through the line, and then a beautiful pass back inside. There's a bit of space there, but he had to use his speed and power to get through it, and exactly what the Roosters needed. They didn't want to go to half-time, 0 on that scoreboard. Now they can go with a bit of confidence, build in this second half. That's a big try just on half-time.
Gee, you see that sort of run. If he's not going to get in the game, you almost say, but with attack, I want you middle forward. I just want you getting the ball. I mean, that's speed and power and balance. And his 3rd carry of the match, and he does that. We'll play it. Last tackle, Roosters. Kiri has placed it to come down a few minutes out from the line. Clean catch and try! Manu! Either side of half-time.
Back in the game just before half-time, and then he opens up in the second half.
Their second set, he just comes down there, jumps above the pack.
And they'll set up right-hand side, you'd reckon, with what they did earlier. Hines off the double pump from Brayley and untouched again. They're just so clinical. Right-hand side, these Sharks. It's Britton Nikora to finish this one.
Nikora, just watch this line. Harvey Norman replay, holds it up beautifully, just off the left foot. Well, there's space provided there by Fine, but just a lovely little overs run. Quick play the ball off Dale Finucane as well, which helped the Cronulla outfit, but they scored a very similar try in their last game against the Bulldogs. Those two, they put on a try almost in the exact same spot.
What do you think they've got to improve to compete against the top team?
Well, they're currently, as they go down the left-hand side here, Joey.
Talakai kicking. Will it sit up? Look at the chasers. Another little touch off Talakai. Put him down for another try assist.
Harvey Norman replay. Moylan, he's been busy all night. Early ball to Talakai, and we've seen this from him in the past. Just a nice little right-footed little dink in behind. And another little tap through. Well, it was a right-left. Good little combo there. And Ronnie, he's the beneficiary of that lovely little passage of play down the left-hand side. Well, they're going to have a big win here tonight, the Sharks. But back to that point, Joey, they're 1 from 6.
I'd love to cap it off with a Brayley try, of course. But Moylan, oh, he just waited and here comes Britton Nikora.
He was just waiting for someone to hit some sort of space or line. Finucane come through it first. Pass goes behind, all clear. Harvey Norman replay. Well, he's made a career of that, hasn't he?
From the referee. Fogarty with the kick. He's been producing points. A chance out wide. They've got more points. Coming down with it, the Raiders have scored again off the Fogarty kick.
Against the Roosters last week, and so was this. The kicking game of Jamal Fogarty, pinpoint, right in behind Kieran Foran. And there's Sebastian Chris. When all eyes were on Rapana, who was coming outside in, they took their eyes off Chris, who just loomed through the middle. Then comes down with the Raiders' second 4-pointer. There he goes, straight from the inside. Does he get the ball down? Yes, he does. Sebastian Chris picks up the Raiders' second and block. It's back-to-back errors from the Gold Coast side, just inviting the Raiders into the game.
Scoreboard pressure has been very tough for them to contend with in recent weeks. Marshall King, O'Sullivan, Katoa, they're coming to Hammer's way. Nikorima will back himself. Oh, the Broncos caught napping.
Hammer had a try disallowed. Ever since then, they've used them as decoys. They've gone across the face. This time they go to Cody Nikorima. Just holds the ball up beautifully. Katoni Staggs backtracking on his goal line there, trying to worry about what was happening with the Hammer. And the experience and craftiness of that man there, Cody Nikorima, just able to come across with their first try. But the effect that Hammer is having on that right-hand side, you see there, you see Staggs turning out, you see Cobbo turning in, and he just got on the outside. Little Adam Reynolds, Sailor unable to do anything with it. That's a great hit back from the Dolphins.
And the reliable one, Cody Nikorima. Reynolds has mastered the short dropout, the heights. Best in the game, higher than Mitchell's, I reckon. Now Marshall King has embarrassed the Brisbane goal line defence.
Been for Wayne Bennett, here's the dropout. Look at the height that Asako gets off the leverage of Stefano. And then it just put it down to the craft. Marshall King looks left, looks right. Got Xavier Willison and Hetherington. Comes out, shows to the left, splits the defenders and crashes over for his team. He's been an incredible buy for the Dolphins and Wayne Bennett. Test player now. He's extended his time at the Dolphins, rightly so. They're a far better football side when he is in the team, and there's the reason why. And 14 all, Vossi kicked it calm.
Sandon Smith, beautiful pass. Manu for the corner. He's got there. What a pass. And Joseph Manu does what he does best. Gets the try line, and the Roosters in front.
Rugby.